Hey, what's up, mi gente? It's your boy DJ Jogger once again here with the Latin Scene UK. We've got a special interview today with my girl Erica from Inspirational Thursdays. We're gonna have a quick chat with her with regards to the Latin scene. I'm just about to invite her right now, so just give me 1 second, guys. Just hold, bear with me 1 second. Yo,
Así,
what's
así que pasó.
what's going on, darling? How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm just here. It's a bit hot, isn't it?
Huh, you're
Certainly.
telling me, bro. I've got the whole aircon facing my face.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so weird to be connected on a Monday.
Yeah.
I bet everyone's confused. Like, why is Erica connected on a Monday?
You used
Yeah,
to Thursdays, yeah?
that's right. That's me.
Yeah, we're just doing
Hi.
something a little different today. We'll do something a little different. And yeah, the reason I want to speak to you is because I know you got some strong views with regards to the Latin scene. So
Yeah.
I wanted to pick your brains and see, what we can get out of, your experience and what you see and what you know as well, innit? So I'm just going to introduce you. Is that cool with you?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
All right,
go for it.
mi gente. So this is Erica. We're here today with the creator and presenter of Erica's Inspirational Thursdays, a platform dedicated to inspiring people and their journeys by talking to people in the community and getting them to express their opinions and views and helping them to connect with minds alike. Erica is a very talented dancer and choreographer. She supports the community with her dance workshops and is currently heavily involved with the culture, passing her dance roots down to our up and coming young generations. She recently went viral in the community with an amazing interview with cast members from the hit movie Encanto, a movie that has been very successful in the Latin community for finally representing the Afro-Latin culture in mainstream media. So, mi gente, let's give a warm welcome to Erica. Nice round of
Wow,
applause to Erica. How was that, Erica? Did
introduction.
you like that? Yeah?
That was amazing.
Yeah? All right, cool.
Brilliant. Okay,
All
como
right,
que, all
so
right, gee.
tell us a bit about yourself. How did you get into dance?
Okay, so well, first of all, with that introduction, I think you've said everything. No, I'm joking. It was absolutely brilliant. Thank you for that. Okay, so I started dancing from the age of 6. Um, but it wasn't salsa that I was doing. I was strictly doing folklore, which is cumbia and mapale, so our traditional back home dances.
Yeah.
Obviously, seeing my mum and my dad, back in the day, the clubs, not clubs, but birthday parties, you would stay there till late. I don't know why we don't do that nowadays, but back in the day, I used to stay around like parties that my parents would go to, and I've always seen my mum and my dad dancing.
Yeah.
Always loved dancing, clearly, but from the age of 6, I started going. Sorry, I've got like so many flies in my house. I don't know what's going on. Um, yeah, um, yeah, I've always loved dancing, but I started with folklore, which is cumbia and mapale, again, traditional dances back home,
Yeah.
at the age of 6 because me and my sister were struggling to speak Spanish. So my mom and my dad put us in a Spanish school called, back in the day, Gabriel Garcia Marquez,
Yeah, yeah.
which the majority of people that I know nowadays is because of that school. If it's not that school, then it was Mafalda, the nursery. Yeah, that's how we met. It was through that Spanish school. Um,
That was wicked times, Wicked times.
proper.
But that was
Proper. Not the same. Like any generation, everything evolves and it changes, and
yeah.
we didn't have technology the way it is now. But Saturdays, as much as I used to hate at the beginning, because it was like, mate, I go to English school Monday to Friday. Why am I going to school on a Saturday?
Yeah.
But then once you're there, it was just different. Like the energy's different. It's like everyone was in the same feeling. Where it's like, oh, bro, I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to come Spanish school. But it was a wicked time, and because of that school,
Good time.
obviously we got introduced. Yeah, we got introduced to these styles.
I remember
Bearing in
dancing with
mind,
you. I think you were my dance partner at one point.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I think I've
we
done
did a
with several
performance for
people in
Christmas
Spanish
or
school.
something, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Sick.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, because of that, then after that, salsa got introduced at the age of, I think I was 9. That's when a change of dance teacher, it got changed in school, in Spanish school,
Yeah.
and he came with salsa straight from Colombia. and it was like an eye opener. I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? And from there, Jay, I'm not gonna lie, like the love for salsa has never died.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, from the age of 10, started performing with this academy that at the time it was called Arte Compañía, which wasn't like massively known, but it was known within the Latin community, because we used to perform in a Carnaval del Pueblo, different little events that will happen. We always used to perform there. When they used to do, I don't know if you remember, but you know, back in the day, before you get to Burgess Park, they always used to do como unas carrozas, like you used to dance all the way from like Elephant.
They did like like a run in it throughout.
Yeah, yeah, like it was like this thing where you start in London Bridge and then you end up in Burgess Park. But yeah, it was like a massive thing. Funny enough, similar to like Notting Hill Carnival, obviously not the same, but we had that walk thing, but it was all with dance. So yeah, from the age of 10, I started doing that, and then. Yeah, the older I got, age 17, I decided to fly to Colombia to train with Swing Latino, which is a massive salsa group in Colombia, huge now. But then started training with them for like 3, nearly 4 months, like non-stop every day with them, because I just thought, you know what, I'm not really doing too much here in London. Salsa's not seen here the way it is back home.
Yeah.
So I was just thought like, oh, I just want to train where it's really like from and stuff. And from there, I just had like a different view on things. I then became a teacher, dance teacher, age 18. I said, I'm done performing. I'm now going to teach little kids.
Yeah.
That was my vision. I was like, I'm going to teach little kids our salsa, because here I feel like, I mean, I was born here, but I feel like we're really lazy here. Like everyone takes things really slow, and I don't know how you say this word in English, but no como avisado.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is in English. Like they're not alert. But back home, mate, from the age of 2, they're dancing, like they're spinning on their heads, they're doing madness. So I'm just like, right, if they can do that over there, why can't we do it over here?
Right.
That was my thing.
Right.
So I just thought, you know what, sticking to teaching. I said, I'm gonna teach this, and then the rest is history. Went to uni, did a dance urban practice in uni. And my aim was to literally throw in my salsa love to other dancers, because again, salsa's not seen the way all these urban styles are seen. And I just thought, no, you lot can dance salsa as well. You lot can add the salsa into you lot's choreography. And that was literally the aim, and it's open doors. You know, like people know me in the dancing because of the salsa and because I'm always fusing it with other styles.
So you've been doing it your whole life, basically, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah, I have. But then obviously you've got the on and off. But then you've got the on and off, because obviously I became a mum really young.
Yeah.
So once you become a mum, again, I wouldn't say being a young mum it's a mistake. No, it just
that's
slows.
Normal, isn't it? That's life, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's life. So you just
it slows the process down. Exactly. I'll say now, well, no, I'll say like these last 2 to 3 years, I'll say the dance is coming back into my veins the way it was when I left uni. There's a lot of things that are open at the moment, as you've seen, and some people that follow me, I've been able to do salsa workshops again, which I think during the summertime, I think it's more of like a perfect time to do these workshops, only because everyone's available. The sun makes everyone happy. Everyone's willing to learn something new. So I've been able to like jump into like doing workshops again. I've got the fever of reopening my academy, but we're not there yet. I think at the moment I'm loving what I'm doing, and I've literally connected with 2 other amazing choreographers, which we're now creating a dance group with Latin ribbons, funny enough, which we can talk about that at the end. But we've organised that. So yeah, it's just really keeping our roots alive.
It's quite a journey, isn't it?
Yeah, proper.
Anyway. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into the nitty gritty. So yeah, thank you for that. I really appreciate that. And yeah, what do you think of the UK Latin scene at the moment? The artists, what's going on at the moment with everything? What's your view on that?
You know what? I think in regards of artist-wise, I think there's a lot of talent. I just think at the moment, if you are not connected with certain individuals, that it's like you're not getting exposed to the talent that some people have.
Yeah.
I think in life in general, what I've started to notice, I think for like a month now, because I've always been very vocal with our community, the fact that it lacks a lot of like real support. I feel like there's a lot of I did this first and I did that first, and it's like you come to me first, and if you're not bragging about my name, then I'm not opening the door for you. I feel like there's a lot of ego and just always want to be the I person for everything first. And I've always been really vocal in regards of that with our community. However, I think the last month I've noticed that we're always going to have people that are either corrupted in our scene, that know how to do certain stuff, but they just take advantage over other individuals. I think some artists do get like they do take advantage of, because they'll start with the whole thing, oh, I don't have enough money, so can you do this for free? And because you know them, they will start with this whole like, pues yo le abro usted la puerta. At least people know you like that. I don't really have to pay you, but at least I'm opening.
Yeah.
Like people get confused with that terminology, and I think sometimes it is down to the own artists themselves to value themselves. Because if there's one artist out there that would say, oh, you know what, I just need exposure, and they don't ask for a quote, then they think whoever's organizing whatever, they think they can do that with like the rest of the artists.
Yeah.
And I think it really comes down, personally, I think it comes down to the person. I mean, if you're okay with not getting paid for your craft, then I guess that's a you problem. Like no one can really question you.
Well, it depends,
Whether
innit?
you're
It depends. It's very tough for an artist, especially starting out. And I think a lot of artists do need to do it for free starting out to get that
correct.
experience, because you do need that experience to be on stage. It's very important.
Just like I think, just like with anything, though, 100. I totally agree with that. I think with anything, like if I'm going to be really honest with you, with the dance group that I've just mentioned now, that we're literally just starting, we've literally asked one of the main guys for the Latino Fest if we can, the Latino Life Festival, if we can perform there. At no time did we say, look, this is what we're charging, because common sense would be like, no one knows us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we need people to know who we are.
Yeah.
But saying that, there are some people that are already known, or that they've already got the experience, and yet again they have this thing where, oh no, you don't get paid because we don't have enough money.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
And that's where you have to balance and meet halfway. Like if you were to come to me and say, oh Eric, I'm planning an event, I want 5 dope artists that people don't know about, but you might be aware of. I don't know, just an example.
Yeah.
If you're saying that you don't know them and you're very into the music industry, but you're saying that you don't know them, I can't come to you and say, oh yeah, but you're going to have to pay this or you're going to have to pay that, because you don't know them. And if you don't know them, there's a lot of people that won't know them either.
Yeah.
So my conversation would then go to whoever it is that I've obviously said, listen, there's an opportunity, where I then now have to have a conversation and say, guys, look, there's an opportunity here. There is no funding. However, these people don't know who you are. They're big in the game. They can open a door for you. It's an opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but then if I'm
I know what you mean very well. I did that last year with the guys at the festival as well. They had an issue where J Productions, he couldn't continue because he had a problem with his voice. So
okay,
I helped the guys out in that sense. And I could have been the same thing. I could have been like, oh, let me charge these guys, but no, it was an opportunity that was presented to me at the time, and I just took the opportunity because it helped me. And it eventually did help me, like a lot. That the fact that I took the opportunity helped me a lot to express myself on stage, to vibe with the crowd and everything. It gave me a bit of experience in terms of managing a crowd of that size as well.
100%.
That was really good. I learned a lot from that, and I got a lot to take away from that. So yeah, what would you advise artists to do to sort of come out of that shell?
It's a difficult one, because obviously I'm not a singer. I'm thinking more of like an artistic director, or someone that's produced.
Perspective, what do you think artists should be doing?
I think if you know your craft and you believe that you're known, because there's a difference being known in the Latin community,
Yeah.
and it's a different ball game to be known.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like with our Latin community, um, if I was to, we're not doing no names here, but if I was to call a certain artist in the Latin community to come and perform into an English community, they won't know who you are. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's the sad reality, because we live in the UK. We don't live in Colombia or in Spain or in all these other Latin American countries. We don't live in those sides. Now, don't get me wrong. If your audience is the Latin community, if that's what you're aiming for and you don't want to, get known by other producers or other music industry that's not in the Latin community, and you're very well known in the Latin community, I think personally, you should have a conversation with whoever's the one that's like asking you to perform in whatever it is that you want to perform, and meet halfway with them. I'm not expecting promoters or producers or whoever's organizing an event to pay, a ridiculous amount of money like you would pay a top don, because it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
People here in the UK are still trying to get to know the Latin artists. I'm not gonna lie, if it wasn't for your event, if it wasn't for Urban Love's event a year or 2 years ago, I can't remember now, there's still a lot of Latin artists that I would have zero clue about.
Yeah.
Because social media is not massive like that within our community to share those that are in the scene, because we're always seeing the same people. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think as an artist, you need to be using social media.
Yeah.
Now, I've always been 50-50 with social media. I've always been the type where you can use it for amazing things as well as you can use it for really crappy ass things where you're wasting people's time chatting a load of rubbish. Now, if you have your craft and you're a dope singer or you're a dope rapper, I would say definitely you've got social media, Instagram, TikTok, mate. That is literally TikTok at the moment. You're flying away.
Yeah.
Instagram is still getting used. I mean, I use every single social media I can possibly think of where I can share what I do, and I'm not a singer. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing nothing like you go, oh my gosh, it's huge. No, but at the moment, with how social media is at the moment, definitely share your content. It doesn't have to be a whole song, para nada. The other beauty of what artists should do, because a lot of people at the moment in our community, woo, geez, Jay, man, you've touched some hard conversations today because I don't know how to keep my mouth shut. The other thing that we're really good with the Latin community is that a lot of people love performing without their real voice. So they use a lot of that, what's it called?
Autotune.
That one right there.
Right.
That one right there.
Okay.
And again, to a certain degree, I guess you can use it. Again, I'm not a singer. Yeah? But there's nothing more beautiful to go on your page. If you've got autotune that day, I don't know, porque se le fue la voz, or because, I don't know, for whatever reason, you would be able to tell me why you guys use audio tunes or whatever, because that's your scene, yeah?
Yeah.
But for whatever reason that you use audio tune, cool. Okay, in a minute, I would love to know, yeah? And why that's used so much on stage. But if that's the case, then again, jump onto your social media. Do a couple of lives where it's your real voice. Do a couple of videos where it's your real voice. Why? Because people connect through social media. I don't need to be in an event to see whether you can sing or you can't sing.
Yeah.
However, you're proving to me that you really can't sing. How in the world, every single event I've been to and I'm watching you and you're doing autotune? But then if I look at your Instagram, there's nothing that's proven that lo contrario. There's nothing showing me there that you're showing me, you know what, you can actually sing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's little things like that. I think as an artist, you have to use your social media more. And again, como el digo, if it's just the Latin community that you are aiming for, then yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Connect with these other people. Don't just stick to just one specific. But again, you can bounce back at me because you're the Donny at this.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I'll be a person that I wouldn't just stick to one producer. I think you should be open-minded and connecting with other producers, because your style might be very different to so and so style, and my voice can go well with your style as well as their style, and it's building a different, for my sake, it's building a different
different vibe, I guess.
Yeah,
You get different
100%,
artists,
100%.
producers, you get different sounds and stuff. Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
on that.
like as an artist, that's what I would say. Definitely like try different producers. And then once you feel like, you know what, I'm up there, I am good at what I'm doing. People do know me. Obviously, you would know. I think as an artist, you would know whether you're known or you're not known.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think you would secretly know that. But once you know that you're known, then get people to value you by giving you something back. You know, and when I say something back, at least pay for my travel and my food if you can't afford me as an artist. If you can't, I'm just saying, you know, because money's tight. I know how hard it is to get money. Do you know what I'm saying? Like to organize events and stuff is pretty hard. Like people would never know unless if they're actually in that field. But at the same time, money towards travel and food is very doable,
Yeah.
and no one can come and tell me nothing. I'm so sorry. That I'll stand by that because I know what it is to be able to pay for people that's part of whatever project I do or whatever it is that I'm organizing. I make sure at least something is covered if I can't obviously cover them fully as an artist, you know. Um,
That's the
but yeah,
thing.
that would be
Everything basically.
her.
You've basically covered everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
or in one go.
Pretty much. But yeah, with regards to what you were saying earlier, the auto tune thing, I think it comes down to preparation, really, isn't it? And preparing properly
Mm,
for a show. And obviously, you got to have when you have your songs, the auto tune is mainly there to make sure that everything that you're singing is in tune. Because
okay,
sometimes as a singer, you come off tune, off track a little bit. So the auto tune, what it does, it just brings the voice back in track. Do you know what I mean?
hmm,
So with that, I think it just a little bit of preparation and making sure that if you're going to perform live, I think you should have your vocals turned down so that you can project your real voice. And obviously, with a good energy, you should be able to perform and you should be able to give a good show. Do you know what I mean? But it all
100%.
comes down to preparation, how well you prepare, how much you practice before that show, and then that confidence will show on stage. So yeah, thank you for that. What else would
All
I ask
right.
you? Who's your favorite artist in the Latin scene, both female and male?
Oh my God. Wait, new artist,
Without
don't.
offending anyone,
Kind
yeah?
of
Without
nowadays.
offending anyone,
Yeah, no, I was just
yeah?
reading a comment. I was just reading a comment. No, you know, um,
Yes.
it's because you're asking, and fun enough, I've I've always mentioned your little brother
Yeah.
from the first, yeah, from the first time I heard him. I was like, this. He literally reminds me of the reggaeton that I grew up with. So you know the Zion and Lennox and the Wishing Yandel, like all them type of reggaeton vibes. Like he reminds me of that. Not only that, I've had the privilege of actually seeing him perform because the thing with me, I'm a performer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So you look at these things, you analyze these things carefully.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know it's really bad, but I'm overly critical. Like I will literally look, I'll be like, oof, no, todavía le falta mucho. And again, I'm not Beyonce, I'm not Alicia Keys, but I think because of what I've created, the people that I've been around, the work uh, ethic that I've been involved with,
Yeah.
um, being a performer is more than you just grabbing a mic and singing. Um, so yeah, so he has all the qualities. His personality, his character, absolutely love what he does, how he sings. He's got everything. Like he will go far 100% if he carries on doing what he's doing.
Thank
I have to add another. See, the guys are a hard one because he's one of them. There's also, and Lord forgive me if I'm getting this name wrong. Is it Sergio Santos?
Sergio Santos. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the first time I saw him was at your event, funny enough. And there's one specific song that I'm still waiting for it to come out. It's not out yet.
Yeah.
Um,
What that he
because
performed
he
that
sang
day.
with a couple of people. Yeah, there
His
was like a
brother.
group
Was
of
it the
them.
one with his brother? That he sang with his
Yeah, pero
brother.
era un grupo grande.
Ah, the group one. Group
Sí, que
song.
yo creo que his cousin
Oh,
I think was involved in that as well.
that one's getting redone. It has to get redone. That tune.
But you lot need to speed that up
Yeah,
because that song, I'm not.
yeah. We had a little setback. We had a little setback with that one still. Yeah.
I'm currently
But
waiting. I'm
he's
currently
very
waiting for that
talented.
song.
He's a very talented young.
Very talented, yeah,
He's a
young boy. I
producer.
mean,
He can produce from scratch, and he can also mix and master his own music. And he's also a
um,
musician as well. He plays.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, so with him,
Yeah,
because
big
I met
shout out to
him
everybody
at
on the
your,
live, and big shout out to Sergio Santos as well. Thank you to everybody for tuning
oh
in.
my God,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
female, who's your favorite female artist?
Oh, everyone's gonna say I'm biased, but I think because I've seen her whole
Mucha
process.
mucha
I've
rosca.
seen,
Sachel is your favorite one, yeah?
yeah, female wise, Seychelles. There's also another girl who's not in the reggaeton scene or whatever you call this style.
Yeah. In
Um,
the urban scene, basically.
yeah, you know, Stokyoka. I think she does like rancheras. I think I don't know what that genre is called. And I'm so vexed because I actually cannot remember her name. She performed not long ago.
Right.
Um, at the event that they did in Pop Brixton. I think it was J Productions and Pedro Suave. I think they did a
Oh, what?
event.
Fefe? No, it's not Fefe. Because she doesn't do ranchera.
I don't know. I'm terrible with names. No, I've got her on my thing. I think her name starts with J. You know, I'm so bad. You know what? I'll send it to you later. But she's
Big
absolutely
shout out to her
she
anyway, whoever she is.
in it. Yeah, in it.
Keep doing your thing, girl. Keep doing your thing.
And there's one more. Um, Niela 420.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think
she's hard
that's
as well.
her.
She's very hard.
Absolutely
Hard.
epic. For me, again, guys, this is personal opinion before you lot all come at me, start chatting. But yeah, those I would say. And if I'm missing anyone right now, then yeah, I'm really sorry. But yeah, at the moment,
Yeah, thank you for that,
I'll
babes. Yeah. Who was gonna say? What advice would you give to these up and coming artists? Just a quick one, just a quick little uplift for up and coming artists and everybody that's doing their thing right now. There
um,
was one thing you could tell them, like, to encourage everybody.
to stay true to themselves. We fall into these patterns where you come into meeting individuals and you forget yourself for a hot split second because you want to be recognized or because you want someone to open that door for you. So you forget yourself a little bit. You forget the actual vision or mission that you had.
Yeah.
You start changing what you actually love because so and so didn't like something. So let me just change it because that person didn't like it. No, I've always said, be you, do you, and stay true to you because there will be someone out there that will love your style, that will love your voice, that would love your swag, your style, whatever it is, they will love it. But my thing's always, yeah, be yourself. And again, the other advice that I'll give, I know it's just one, but this one I have to. If it's not just the Latin scene that you want to touch, definitely knock on other doors that are not just Latin producers, other producers out there. Jari Castillo, that's the girl. Thank you, Andrea. That's the girl that I was talking about, Jari Castillo. Oh my gosh,
Big
thank
shout
God
out to
someone
Daddy
said.
Castillo and big shout out to Andrea for that one.
But yeah, I would definitely say to try other producers that are not just in the Latin scene, if it's not just the Latin scene that they want to be known
All right.
in.
Thank you so much for that, Erica. I want to thank you for jumping on this live with me. I really appreciate you doing this for us, and I really appreciate all of your advice that you've given us today. For everybody listening, I hope you guys took something away from this conversation today. And yeah, babes, big up yourself. Thank you so much for that. Well, that's it. Do you have anything you want to say to anybody?
No, well, first of all, thanks for tuning
Any
in
shout
because
outs?
we did not even put this on socials. And no, Jay, thank you so much for obviously contacting me and asking me to be part of this. I know
Thank you.
it gets really techie when you start talking about the community, but sometimes things have to be said. And if you like it, great, and if you don't, then keep it moving. It's just how I see it.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Yeah, no,
again.
thank you.
And yeah, thank you for your time. Guys, thank you for tuning in. This is the Latin Scene UK. Make sure you guys watch all the other episodes, and we'll be coming with more episodes your way. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Amazing.
Have a good night,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you, Erika. Have a blessed night. Yeah.
Bye.
I'll talk to you later. Yeah. Take care.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.